We showed them what hard work could do for you, what you get behind it, and it worked.
Willie Taggart, junior quarterback.
Taggart fires it over the middle. It's caught for a touchdown.
Let's go, let's move.
It breaks a barrier for African-American coaches.
A movie would be impossible to sell anyone on the factuality of it.
And my heart started beating fast, and struggling breathing. I'm like, this is crazy.
You needed the right man at the right time.
It's here for what you wanted.
It's great that when you love somebody, you get love back. That's the best kind of love.
I remember growing up in Oakwood, our apartment, and I had this tree that I always go sit on when I was by myself and fantasize a lot about. Just playing professional football one day or trying to take care of my family one day.
We was in the hospital when I had Willie, and Willie came out. He wasn't crying or anything, and they were walking him around. They came back to put him on his diaper, and the first thing he did, peed in the face. So that's how he got the name Man. So I said, my man.
I tell my mom, I say, you name him the right name, because as kids, that's what you grow up by, because you call him Man. And right then, you knew he was going to be the man. That
he was quiet with it, but you seen leadership.
Yeah.
You seen leadership.
My parents taught us all work ethic at a young age. At one point, we had to go out in the orange grove and pick oranges and just to help make ends meet. And we were all out there. You come home with blisters, you're dirty, and you don't get paid much off of it. It's a lot of work picking oranges, and I learned what I didn't want to do when I got older.
One time, he was about 10 years old then. He said, Mom, he said, I'm gonna take care of you when I get big. I said, that's a child gonna go a long ways.
He was a good kid. You didn't have to worry about it. You stayed in no trouble.
We had games against different neighborhoods. I remember they would never pick him.
People told him that he wasn't going to be able to play a quarterback position. You know, maybe find something else to do. Always been real small, skinny.
I really think that made me tougher as a player before I even started playing organized football, because they didn't take any pity on me.
But, you know, Willie was a bad man back in his day.
How you doing? All right. Oh, boy. What's happening? What's happening? Slow motion?
He was always a leader. He loved his friends, and he wanted to motivate them, and he wanted them to do good.
Willie kept a lot of kids out of trouble by doing these things, because they always hung with him and they got to like the things that he was doing, like football, basketball. He played basketball too.
I always asked him how he stayed the same. Starting out from humble beginnings to where he is now, I always asked him, he's the same guy today as he was when we ain't had none. Well, I still don't have none. Let's clarify that.
I think some of my friends probably made bad choices just because they probably didn't have both parents in the house. And then where we grew up from, we all didn't have much. I think that played a part in some of them as well, just finding something to do. Sometimes, again, as a kid, you try to find something to do. A lot of times it's not the right thing. I mean, I had a lot of friends at a young age made some big mistakes and ended up going to juvenile or prison. And you learn from those things. For me, it was football kept me out of trouble. When some of my friends were doing other things, I was playing football.
Taggart fires it over the middle. It's caught for a touchdown by Costin.
I realized that he was special when he came in. He took over for Tommy Frazier our sophomore year. to finish the game up a few.
Backs in the eye as Willie wants to throw. Fires it downfield to a wide open Palmetto to the 10.
When he started that first game, oh my gosh. That's when I started really believing in him.
Willie takes the snap, gives it to Shevin right up the middle. Shevin to the 10, Shevin to the 5, Shevin to the...
We could do it all. He played quarterback, I played running back.
Willie takes the snap, pitches back to Wiggins. Wiggins wants to throw it, fires it downfield, caught for a touchdown.
He was small. He might have wore a $145.
Just wanted to prove myself like I always did, you know. I knew I could play the game.
With him playing quarterback, like my eyes closed and my heart started beating fast.
Willie Taggart running the option. He has the first down and more to the 35, and he finally pitches to Wiggins to midfield. Shevin to the 40, one man to beat to the 30. He's going to go all the way.
And he turns the corner at the 35 to the 30, sidesteps a man at the 25, still on his feet to the 20. He's breaking into the open field at the 15.
He might be all right. I can't help it, you know. Run, man. You see them boys coming behind you.
When I look around, he up under the goalpost. I be saying, how he did that?
A tremendous run, a 42-yard touchdown.
Manatee cruised to a 13-1 record and claimed the Class 5A state championship.
One night I was home and Jim Harbaugh called. And I started saying, is this the same Jim Harbaugh from Chicago Bears? I said, nah, that's not him.
I remember coming home from track practice, and my sister had told me, you got a phone call from some guy named Jim Harbaugh at Western Kentucky, and he wants you to call him back.
We didn't have long distance at that time. I remember him going to the payphone.
Had to go back to the payphone and call Colette. I remember calling, and Jim answered the phone, and I was like, can I speak to Jim Harbaugh? And he was like, speaking. And we started talking, and he asked me if I knew who he was. And I said, the only Jim Harbaugh I know is the one that plays for the Chicago Bears. You know, he's like, that's me. And I'm like, yeah, right.
And I'm Mike Ditka. And I go, no, Willie, really.
No, that's me. And here's my dad. And that's my dad. And Jack got on the phone.
My dad's the head coach at Western Kentucky, Jack Harbaugh. Yes, I do play for the Chicago Bears. It's really me. And I don't think he was really sure, because when I showed up the next day at his lunch period, he was in the cafeteria, and he came up, and it's really you. And we hit it off right off the bat.
We were dropping football at Western Kentucky University. Pack up the uniforms and tell the coaches they had a couple months on their salary, and we were moving on. The door opened, and it was Jim. He asked me what I was doing in the office. I should be out recruiting. And I told him that it was pretty much over, that we were getting murdered in recruiting. Everyone was using the fact that we weren't going to be playing football. And he said, what if I came here as an unpaid, full-time assistant coach at no money?
My dad didn't have 7 full-time coaches at the time, and came up with a plan to make me the 7th coach.
So we had a recruiting list on the desk of Florida, and I'm sitting and telling you, cross my heart, raise my hand, the first name on the list was Willie Taggart, Manatee High School.
I said, well, he said he'll be here on Tuesday at lunchtime to come see me, and sure enough, Tuesday at lunchtime he showed up. Jim coming in the lunchroom, everybody's looking, and you know, I told a couple guys that he was coming, and again, I felt like the big man on campus then. I
felt pretty special too. I mean, he has a way of making other people feel special. Willie Taggart has the gift of that. Now, there was no doubt that this could be a game changer for the program. I knew it would be a game changer for Willie too.
I knew all my life, I had to depend on my mom and dad to look out for me, and I knew for me, going to college, I need to go somewhere where someone was going to look out for me.
We would look, the parents in the eye and tell them that we're going to do everything in our power to return them the same outstanding young man that you're allowing us to work with a degree. I know I said it to Gloria and John, and they trusted us. And we weren't going to do anything to disappoint them. What I saw was an enthusiasm unknown to mankind, literally. I mean, the smile would light up the state of Kentucky. He brought a persona, prototype quarterback, family member. You just fell in love with him.
I said, hey, who does this? These people is great. They told me they'll take care of my son. They kept me every step of the way. It's just that he was one of their children,
When you make that kind of connection, not just with a player like Willie, but his entire family, and you see the love in the home and the friends and the respect that everybody had for Willie. What he accomplished was record-setting quarterback in college football. I mean, the most yards rushing by a quarterback ever.
What he did is not only quarterback for us, he was our best leader. He held this group together that was fractured because of the decision not to play football. He put Western Kentucky University's program on his back. For 4 years, we went from not having a program to becoming a playoff football team.
At Western Kentucky, we didn't have anything. I mean, it was bad. But Jack always had that saying, who has it better than us? He'll walk through the hall and say it, and we look around like, everybody.
And earlier in my career, it was, I'm going to tell you, but I'd just say, guys, who's got better than us? Look at this beautiful day, pouring down rain. I mean, we're out here and we're together, and we have no cell phones. All we have is each other. Who's got it better than us?
Jack would be like, nobody.
They would smile and they'd say, nobody, back to work.
They retired his jersey, they turned the program completely around. I mean, it went from a 3-9 type of program to now Western Kentucky is going to playoffs. It turned into a long and trusting friendship, just mutual. It was respect. I watched the way Willie treated my dad with great respect, and it's great to, when you love somebody, to get love back. That's the best kind of love, and it was always that way with Willie.
Go and win a state championship my junior year, first year starting. I wanted to go to the NFL so I can buy my mom and dad a house. I had a great career. There was no one out there that could have told me I wasn't going to the NFL. And I just knew it was going to happen. And then draft day came around. I was sitting at home waiting. And I got this call from a number I didn't know. So, uh-oh, this could be it. Get a call. Yes, can I speak to Willie Taggart, please? Oh, this is him. Yes, Willie, this is... And he started laughing because he couldn't do it anymore. It was Jim. Come on, Jim, don't play with my emotions like this. He called me. He wanted to know if I had heard it from anybody, and I told him I hadn't. And then I didn't get a call, and Jack Harbaugh had a job for me.
You play as long as you can. You give it your very best. And that way when you're done, you can feel good about what you accomplished.
Rather than chasing my dreams, I decided, I'm going to start my career. So I went back. Told Coach I always want to coach now.
And it was very obvious very early that this guy was cut from a coaching cloth. Coordinator, he never blinked. Willie, you're going to be our offensive coordinator. Let's get to work. And he was a play caller. Now, it wasn't like he was an offensive coordinator in name. I mean, he was calling every single one of our plays throughout the season. In our national championship season, Willie was right in the middle of that, and then he called the game and called all those plays.
The greatest success that they had at Western Kentucky, winning a national championship in 2002, Willie was the offensive coordinator.
Jim got the job at Stanford and asked me to come with him, and sure enough, I said, absolutely.
I'll be there tomorrow, because again, we're like that, and it was great working with Willie together.
I think it was huge for him as it related to growth as a coach, to be at Stanford, to be with Jim, and to evolve into a passing coach.
I can remember going out recruiting with Jim one day, and he said, I'm gonna help you become a head coach one day. I remember that vividly. We were just riding down the road, and just learned a lot. So we went out to Stanford, turned the program around.
It's one of the great turnarounds in college football. 4 years ago, 1-11. A Stanford football season for the ages.
And then Western Kentucky called.
They had won 0 games the year before. None.
They offered me the job, called Jim, and I say, Jim, they offered me the job. He said, did you take it? I said, yes. He's like, great.
There was no doubt in my mind that he was the person for the job, and that he would attack it, and he would be successful.
I had never had an anxiety attack before, and I was driving down the road. Out of nowhere, it just hit me, and I was like, something's not right. I just don't feel right now. And I pulled over, and I was like, what the hell is going on right now? I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And just like my heart started beating fast, and I was struggling breathing. I was like, dang, this is crazy. But I think being the head coach and finally realizing you're actually the head coach at Western Kentucky, it's here for what you wanted, And I got to the hotel, I was a lot better. And then Jim, like, the good part about it, you're the head coach at Western Kentucky University. Say the bad part about it, you're the head coach at the Western Kentucky University. He said, so get to work.
Western Kentucky won the toss. White fake, Jakes. Tipped up in the air and intercepted. Avery Williamson.
It was a critical time for them, and they needed the right man at the right time at Western Kentucky, or that program could have flatlined.
Jakes away from center, looking to throw. Throws it to the end zone, touchdown.
We started off slow that first year, but as we changed the culture and recruited well, things got a lot better for us quick.
The transition from running a spread offense before Taggart got here, now they're running the West Coast, and really a lot more comfortable this season, according to Coach Taggart.
Being a head coach, I had goals. I wanted to be a head coach at the time at a BCS school. I wanted to be a head coach there, and I wanted to have a chance to win a national championship.
Then he goes to South Florida. They'd won 3 games.
Come on, finish it, Chase, finish it, Chase. Oh, okay, wait. Okay, wait. Hey, Quiz, you have a great day? Right now, you gotta make up your mind. Throw it. Boom. That's how it goes.
It was on a downward spiral. We had to recruit. We got those players that we needed, and it was just a matter of getting everyone on the same page, get it turned around.
Tice is off to the races. Tice, nice move. Flowers wants to take advantage, going for broke, and he's got it! Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
I like it.
3 years again. I mean, here they are. They're coming on.
Our team changed, our offense changed, and attitude changed, and everything just changed. Those guys just felt like they couldn't be beat. Everything just took off. We had a good year. We won 10 ball games, and I got a call from my agent. He asked me would I be interested in Oregon. I said, absolutely, I'd be interested in Oregon.
The lefty. Come on, daddy, baby. Daddy, baby, can I have some sugars? Yes, baby.
I had a goal that I wanted to win a national championship, you know, and knowing that in the last 7 years or so, Oregon played at least 2 of them. So you knew it was a strong possibility you can do that here.
When it came around, I thought, okay, no, it's not gonna happen. This is a big jump between, you know, USF and Oregon. I thought, you know, there would be a couple other schools in the mix before then.
I had an interview in Dallas and was excited, ready to attack that interview with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind. Felt like we did a great job there. I remember telling Rob before I left out of there, I said, I'll be sitting on G waiting on O. I'll be ready to go as soon as you call me. You know, I'm sitting on G, you tell me O and I'm ready to go.
Makes him the right man, but on behalf of every Duck, I want to welcome Coach Willie Taggart and his family to our Oregon family.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming today. I appreciate that. Let's go, let's move. Nice, Chuck. Hey, you take a nap this morning? Let's go, baby. You got some juice today? Oh,
now I'm excited, very excited to have an opportunity to be here.
Coming through.
What up, Pop?
I didn't think I was gonna make it. That brags a lot. I'm proud of it.
You know what he started with. You know what he's gonna come out with.
He said, Chevin, I want to be the first African American to win a national championship on this level. I was like, hey, go to Oregon, I'm coming. I will be there.
You ready to go to Oregon, Morgan?
He said, go Ducks. He said, go Ducks.
Him being an African American coach, it's special. I don't want to tear up.
I cannot wait until this press conference is over with so I can get to work.
Right down the head, go down the head. Looking like, boy, I would Coach T with my QB.
It breaks a barrier for African American coaches.
It's special. He's opening doors for so many people.
I'm talking about over there, them Ducks.
He's a tremendous person, great moral character. I mean, he checks all the boxes.
What's up, Brad? You good? Have fun, man.
Everyone that touches our football program will attack each day with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind.
We are whom we were meant to be by our life experiences. And when you see Willie Taggart, you see it all.
Just a good human being. That's what I have seen in him all these years. He's just a good human being.
All right, completion. You got some juice? Not the artificial juice. We need that real juice, baby.
We showed them what hard work can do for you, what you get behind it, and it worked.